Fallout is one of the most iconic games, from the Pip-Boy to the vaults to the power armor. Another iconic object in Fallout is the Fatman. For those unacquainted with Fallout, the Fatman is a portable nuclear device that can be slung over a person's back. It launches a small nuclear warhead which, on impact, creates a blast, clearing the surrounding area of life. With its portability, it seems unlikely that such a device can exist. Well, what if we told you? This is grounded in facts. Today, on the New Age Gamers, we're going to venture into this weapon and how realistic it really is.
In order to get the feel for this weapon, we need to take a trip back in time. In 1945, the United States ended the Second World War by dropping 2 atomic bombs on Japan. This kicked off a nuclear arms race between the Soviet Union and the United States. By 1949, the Soviet Union detonated their first nuclear weapon called Jo-1. This escalated the Cold War greatly, being 2 nations hell-bent on destroying each other, which both had weapons that could decimate cities in a flash.
With bombers' capabilities to drop nuclear weapons, it left the ground troops behind. They needed some way for power of the nuclear weapon to be used for the ground troops, but it still needed to be portable to adapt to the ever-changing battlefield. May I present to you the Davy Crockett. This little beauty can be launched in battlefield from a tripod to turn the tide of the battle. It has one of the smallest warheads ever developed, ideal for the battlefields. Now, of course, as weapons were developed in the Cold War, the Russians copied the design. With both sides now having similar weapons, it left both sides at a standstill. In the coming years, long-range nuclear missiles were developed called intercontinental ballistic missiles, otherwise known as ICBMs. With both sides having the ability to launch missiles from the comfort of their own nations, this made long-range bombers and ground troops with nuclear capabilities redundant. The Fatman should be left behind in the annals of history as the Cold War weapon that became redundant to more modern technology. And this is where our story should end. But it doesn't.
The Fatman launches smaller warheads named mini-nukes. As we've established, these act as portable nuclear bombs. Now let's think here. What if one could detonate a mini-nuke without launching it? There would be a small nuclear blast. These are portable and could be taken to large cities to be detonated. Now, what if I told you that these bombs exist? Let me present to you the Suitcase Nuke, the grandson of the technology created in the Cold War. These little devils can be put into a backpack or kept in a car to be detonated remotely. They have a smaller payload than most other nuclear weapons. These only have a 6 kiloton payload, which is a lot less than the bombs the United States dropped on Japan to end World War II, but still can do great devastation to the surrounding areas. It is confirmed that the United States and Russia have these portable nukes in their arsenal, but some unconfirmed reports state that Israel may have these weapons as well. Now this is where things get scary. According to some, the Soviet Union was smuggling these suitcase nukes into the United States in the event of a world war would break out. When the Soviet Union collapsed, some of the nuclear weapons the Soviets had stockpiled for a nuclear war that never came disappeared. According to Stanislav Lunes, a former Soviet officer, some of the weapons, including the suitcase nukes, went missing. These were never recovered.
The world is at a high enough threat level as it is. In the information age, an event across the world could send markets and whole nations into ruin. If one of these suitcase nukes were to be detonated in a large metropolitan city, the results would be global. It is possible that this could cause a domino effect, spelling the end of humanity as we know it. Maybe Fallout is right around the corner.
Thanks for watching our breakdown of the Fatman and the real-life implications and effects of it. We spent a lot of time working on this video. If you like what we're doing, please like and subscribe. It would mean a lot. Stay tuned for more videos in the future. This is Brody and the New Age Gamers wishing you a good day.